What motivated you to even join the military?
Yeah, there were a number of different factors. I was 26 when I enlisted, right? At the time, I was looking into getting into law enforcement. I was like, okay, I'm looking, you know, I applied for the sheriff's, I applied for LAPD. I actually had a conditional offer from LAPD if I wanted to go into academy and stuff. And I still was kind of lost in direction, right? Before I was a college counselor, so I loved like already that sort of aspect of mentoring students, being able to help them out, get enrolled, and people are always like, hey, you should be in something where you're like mentoring someone, like moving up in leadership and stuff like that. And this is already after I'd graduated college. So like if we were going way back in time, right, 2018, I graduated UC San Diego, and I had my degree, and I'm like, okay, I did criminology. So I'm like, I was already in that realm. I was already kind of going, I was already going down there, but I never was like, nah, I'm going to be a cop. Like, no, I don't, no, maybe I should do military. It was always in the back of my head. I've gone to recruiting stations like when I was 18. I've like, I was looking into it, and I'm like, in the Marine, this is at the Marines. Like the Marines were like trying to pull me in originally. They were they're like, bro, it's one of the most badass fraternities you'll ever join. Like they're using all the old school recruiting tactics.
Proud, the Marines.
Like this is back in 2014, and they're giving me a T-shirt. They're like, "What does that shirt say, bro?" And I'm like, "It says the few, the proud." They're like, "Are you going to be the few, the proud? Like, are you going to join us?" And I'm like, "Oh, like it was so weird back then. That was like all you needed. No bonuses, nothing, no research prior, and you're like, oh, Marine Corps. I remember bringing home my flyer." And I showed my dad. I'm like, he goes, "Hey, son, what's that?" And like, my dad at that time was like, we weren't that close. I was this adolescent, right? I was going out, I was doing partying, I was doing all that stuff. So when my dad saw me, he was always like, kind of like, giving me that look, like, what do you do now? And I had this pamphlet for the Marine Corps, and he was like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "You're gonna go to college first." He goes, "Let me see that pamphlet." He takes it, rips it in front of me, and he goes, "If you join the military, you need to be an officer. Like, you need to be in a position where you go to college first, and then you can do whatever you want." He goes, "But the last thing I need is a call, and my son's in a casket, and I have to go to your funeral and stuff." He's like, "That's just not happening." And I'm like, "Okay, Dad." Like, I listened to my dad. I took his advice, went to